everybody, my name is Puppetine from the Geeky Puppet
And
Show
my name
on the
is
Geeky
Froggy.
Puppet. Yes, I was about to introduce you. And
I
we
introduced
are here.
myself. We're co-hosts.
Well, that is true.
I'll
And
pull
now
this
you
plane
have.
over.
That's true. But yes, we are here on the Geeky Puppet Show together as co-hosts to review Stargirl. It is the season premiere, season 3 to be exact, and we have been excited. This is one of those shows that have been good from start to, well, not the finish because, well, it's back. You know.
Yeah.
Indeed.
I know.
So, I mean, it's been a while. I checked, and the last time we saw it was last November, and we're already almost there. So it's been almost a year. Just a
You know
couple
what the
months.
great thing about watching this show is commercials. The Winchesters is coming out, bro. I'm excited. And Kung Fu.
Kung Fu. I mean, I'm happy to hear about that.
The Winchesters looks great, though. The prequel series directed by Jensen Ackles and his wife, Danielle Harris.
Oh.
I'm excited, bro, because if they stick to what they showed in the actual show, Supernatural, and keep to it, wow. I mean, it's like having Supernatural, but you won't have Dean and you won't have Sam. But you know what, though? If you have a good actors and they can actually have good storytelling, it doesn't make a difference, you know? Of course, I'd love to have more Sam and Dean, but their story's over. This is before Sam and Dean with the parents. The mom's a demon hunter, and the dad just finds out coming back from Vietnam.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess you'll get to hear Dean do the narration, right?
Hopefully. I mean, that'd be kind of cool. But
that's what I heard.
I mean, if it's like the Wonder Years, Supernatural.
That'd be quite something.
And then the shit hit the fan when my dad didn't. No, actually, that would have been great as him as a kids, you know. But they skipped kind of over that and just started with the boys being older, the dad being on the road.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that Jeffrey Dean Morgan with it going around with the kid, and just that's the whole entire premise of the show, and just like, let's go kill some shit. Hell yeah, Dad! Let me get my bat, Lucille.
Sounds like fun, but let's go ahead and focus now upon Stargirl.
Yes, Stargirl season 3. Oh my gosh, from the very beginning. Oh my gosh, that song.
They're coming to America. That's right.
Yes.
Right.
Some Neil Diamond playing. We get to see all the villains are back, the ones that were there, and then including a new one who wasn't there for the season finale, helped out going against Calypso, is the Gambler. And this episode focuses on the Gambler as much as it focuses on basically the reintroduction of Sylvester.
On a warm summer's evening, on a train bound for nowhere.
Now, I gotta point out, though, my least favorite character on this season so far is, as pertaining to last season, is still Yolanda. The new cat, I guess.
Wildcat,
yes.
Yep.
She is her and I guess Rick.
Yep.
They just the new Iron Man. They hate villains and they don't believe that villains can change. Where Courtney says, you know what? People can change.
Yeah.
And I love how Courtney's basically like what Superman would be like. If you had an argument between Batman and Superman, Batman wouldn't trust them, where Superman's be like, people can change. If you don't allow them the chance to change, they'll never change. And that's kind of what Courtney is. Courtney is inspiration, kind of what we've been needing on a DC show for such a long time. Of course, she makes mistakes, but she has a heart of gold.
I've been looking for a heart of
gold. When we see the Shade, he's in the diner. He's still trying to get that perfect cup of tea, but he's polite and everything. But you see, after the waitress leaves away, he's about to die from this how nasty the tortillas. He talks. The Gambler sits down because the Gambler apparently is trying to find his daughter Becky. Nobody believes him. Nobody trusts him, except for Courtney.
Yeah, because the Gambler apparently, when trying to erase his identity from the internet, found a birth certificate, and that is his daughter. Becky is somewhere out there, and he wants to get in
Sharp.
contact with her. Yes. Why does the name Sharp sound familiar?
I don't know. Google it, bro.
Ava Sharp.
Anyway, so the Shade doesn't like him. Shade basically does his whole glowing dark black abyss eyes at him, and then so then he just tells him to go away, and the gambler kind of cowers, run and kind of leaves the establishment, the diner, and then we see the Shade goes to wipe his eye, and he says there's a part of like the void, kind of like on his finger.
It's sparkly green.
It's not normal.
It's
which can only So I wonder what that's going to be about. Does that mean Alan Scott's coming?
Oh no, I doubt it. But you know what I?
No, but remember, Sylvester's alive. He was dead. Are other JC members coming back?
I mean, perhaps. I mean, the last we heard.
So because remember, we learned this. Sylvester was talking to Courtney. He said he woke up in his coffin, buried underground.
Yeah,
he does. He has no idea how he's back, but maybe the bond, maybe the cosmic rod revived him. He has no idea. So that makes a numero uno as far as suspicious.
Yeah. Froggy. Yeah. Froggy talks about this a lot, and throughout the episode, it actually becomes more and more clear because he goes ahead and has conversations with Pat. He and Pat, they go ahead and bond a little bit, and there's this slight struggle between him and Courtney because of the subject of the staff. The staff still recognizes Sylvester as its owner, but it also recognizes Courtney, who it chose.
And he also had said he admitted the Courtney is like, I had no idea that the staff had chose somebody else. I originally came back here to get the staff out of storage because he admits that I have no family. I have my sister's dead. I never married and all that stuff. So all I had was Starman. Without that, I have no life. So but she's like, well, so you basically you lied to me. You came back to take the staff. He says, well, yeah, until I found out that the staff actually chose you. I don't want the staff back. So Courtney, out of the kindness of her heart, another example why she's a great DC hero, especially on CW, man. It's kind of hard to find, It was great to see that she wanted to basically, you know what? We'll tag team. I'm at school, you can be Starman. When I'm out of school, I'll be Stargirl. And he's like, no, you don't have to do that. But she's like, why not? We'll figure it out on the way there. So the cool thing is that I love how everybody's bonding with him again. It just makes it really heart-wrenching if he turns out to be evil, or it turns out to be where he's not really alive. He's just a copy.
Well, yeah, because he does not seem to respect the idea of people changing. So,
true.
With that in mind, but that is kind of in line with the original Sylvester as well. Yes. So it could just be Sylvester whenever we learn how he was revived from the dead.
Remember Sylvester is the one that virtually killed the original possessor guy, Professor, for Eclipso.
Yes.
Yeah, it was his choice and all stuff. So I mean, it's gonna hit hard at home. But the first episode's called Murder, and as we're figuring out, someone's going to die, and that's obviously. And just before it happened, I texted with my little stubs here, talking to Pumpkin. Yes. And I said the gambler's gonna get it, but before he does, it's revealed that there's cameras on all of the people in town, all of the heroes and the villains. Which I said, if the gambler gets gotten, if he finally he cashes out permanently, he is. I want to know: is this Director Bones watching them? Was he killed by an assassin working for the Department of, I forget what they're called. But
I
right,
forget their name
yeah,
too.
but yeah, but basically, Doctor Bo, we saw him towards the end of the last season. He has Jade's brother.
Yep, and we're going to have to deal with that too.
So that's
Um,
the other thing I can think of. No, I wonder because speaking of that, remember Obsidian? I think is the brother of Jade, or I think that's his name. He has control over the shades, basically the void too as well. So I wonder if we're gonna get an Alan Scott coming back, or we're gonna get other heroes coming back. Because I'm really curious. Because like, man, what more can they do? They brought Eclipso in, which is a really cool villain. We got,
mhm.
we got all new heroes, and I admit there are people who probably don't can identify with this show because it's too kid friendly. It's not like an adult as most people
Well,
probably want.
as Robert Roberts says, this is perhaps the best live action comic book TV show going
Yeah,
on right now. I mean, I love Superman and Lois, I really do, but Stargirl has something about it that is truly special. It captures the heart of, well, just a
now
superhero.
Marania
And
though, I want to point out though this isn't part of the Arrowverse. So
yeah,
the Legends of Mario Ava Sharp was actually a
yeah,
process clone that was sold to people in her time from like the future.
that's disturbing.
Yeah,
But
so I mean,
yes.
yeah,
Yeah, so that's what, but that's why the last name Sharp is familiar to
yeah,
me.
yeah, of course, yeah.
Yep. From Maranya said it before we actually started, from She-Hulk to Stargirl, Froggy shows up everywhere. Well, yes, it does seem that way. Why do you always get to go ahead with all the cute girls, huh, Froggy?
I just want to point out that I am multiple man. I'm everywhere.
Oh, there you go.
Or
Uh,
I have the power to just be omnipotent.
no, well, perhaps.
When you're in your shower, I'll be there. When you're washing your clothes, I'll be there. When you're eating dinner, I expect dinner.
Every kind of shower.
What do you mean, what kind of shower? Like bridal showers? Baby showers? I mean,
Sure,
showers in
that's
the
what
rain?
I mean. Hmm.
I mean,
As Maranya says, yeah, there are a lot of serious superhero shows and movies out there. I mean, some of the best ones are absolutely, but
I also,
sometimes you need something that holds a serious tone when appropriate, but has a lighter air to it. Like,
I give credit to as probably Jeff Johns because remember Jeff Johns Stargirl is created off based off his their deceased sister, and he when you read the comic book, it was so campy and stuff like this, which really works out with this show because the spirit uplifting, it's patriotic. This is what we want from comic book shows, man. Now
yeah,
it all depends though, because now if you're going for like a serious like Batman, then it has to be dark and broody. But if it's like Stargirl or Superman, it needs to be bright and inspirational.
yeah.
You can
Hello to
have
you, Eloise.
darkness in here, like they do the Eclipse, but there has to be him fighting to overcome basically the darkness
Yeah,
and
I
coming
mean,
out.
there.
Yeah, because that's what we want. What we don't want is a superhero who reveals his identity to every single villain he's at the end. We don't want a superhero being told that he can't do this because his wife says no.
Yeah, that's a key component here. Stargirl, unlike characters like the Flash or Green Arrow,
Yeah,
she is not a character that goes ahead and breaks out on her own, because her whole thing is uplifting others to be greater versions of themselves to fight for a better cause.
yep,
That's a huge part of her core as a character, and that applies to Stripesy. It applies to everybody around, and to have that, the team does not feel just like they're a burden on the main hero
yeah.
like they do on the
I
Flash.
also want to point out that also that it's really cool to see the father daughter talks. It's like having like uh, Danny Tanner as her dad that we also fights the robot.
Jeff Johns is the last DC writer with genuine connections to classic DC. I mean, yeah, there's definitely an argument to be made for that because there's just something core in Stargirl
Did you also
that
notice
shines.
Do you also notice in the beginning our shirt says Yellowstone? In the
Yeah.
DC comic special, Stargirl, that came out this early this summer. That's where she went. She went camping in between. It's supposed to be like tying to this. It was Derek Robinson, and I forgot who the other writer was, but yeah,
Oh
it's
yeah, the what's it called? The
the little
Earth
special.
Prime
Yes,
connection.
and it took place in Yellowstone. Where they're going camping. So I thought that was kind of cool that the show was like it's kind of connected to that. If you read that,
Yeah, no, I read a few of those issues, but it didn't keep my interest. I actually lost interest in the Superman and Lois episode
well,
or issue.
well,
Sorry.
no, I only read the Stargirl one. This is their summer special, DC, and I gotta say that was kind of cool seeing that they actually like tied it into the comic book, and in the comic book wasn't cringe. It was still in the same spirit of the show.
Yep. Well, this show, we obviously love it, and well, we have a mystery set up because while with the gambler's dead, but we get to see it's actually
Cindy
what's
holding the gun, the little gun that
yes,
that he originally the gambler originally had a little gun, like a little pocket gun, a single
yeah,
shot in his little trailer home. He threw it in the trash, but then he noticed that he got he hacked a transmission. Noticed that there's cameras everywhere, including where he was. He grabbed his gun out of the trash and decided to go out there. Meanwhile, we see Courtney and or the rest of the JSA. They're going there because they think the gambler is involved with these three crooks that were going to basically rob a place. Which I thought was a cool scene. We forgot about to mention that. Artemis wants to join the JSA. Artemis goes crazy and just goes ninja style on those three of those crooks, takes them out, and then she's like, jumps around laughing and goes away. I was like, Artemis is moved
fun.
to the front of as far as everybody else.
Yes,
I mean, even Beth is ahead of Rick and Downer Yolanda. Beth is
yeah. Yolanda and Rick have to deal with some issues. They really do. But
but you know,
no, because
I was going to say, as they're walking up to the gambler's son, but Courtney says she's like, the reason I think because Rick asked him, why are you so hung up on him give a second chance? She says because he's actually making an attempt to find his daughter, something my dad never did, as Courtney says. Therefore, I believe he deserves a second chance. He will surprise you, and so yeah. So when they go to find him, Cindy's there holding his little gun, the gunshot, and she's like, I didn't do it. So now we know that there's someone going around not only surveilling people, and he got killed because he found out about the surveillance.
yes, and so that this sets up that it's chapter 1, the murder, and we're going to have to go for I don't know how long this season is.
Mariah Grundy's dead.
Yeah.
He died last season. We mentioned the season finale.
Yeah, so that's what Rick's frustration is. He's trying to revive Grundy.
Yes, the Shade keeps telling him to bury him under a full moon between two oak trees, and he's buried him like several times, and Grundy hasn't basically survived. And here comes Yolanda again. Well, maybe he's just lying to you. I'm like, somebody is backhandable, Yolanda. That's cool. We understand you had problems. Cindy exposed you. That you made a mistake, and somebody spread it through. Whatever. Get over yourself, man. It's done. It's like and it's just she makes a perfect wildcat because she's just moody.
Oh, but anyway, that does seem to be all that there is for this. Even with our complaints towards a couple of the characters, it is a solid show. What?
They want to know why you're pacing in the room.
Oh,
he's actually in a padded cell.
Yeah. Crazy. Did you say crazy?
I would never call you crazy.
Crazy. Did you say crazy? I was crazy once.
I think you're fine.
White
Just the way you are.
I'm fine just the way I am.
I just want to hug
sorry.
you.
No, I don't want that. But that is about it. So let's go ahead and wrap this up. It's a solid show. If you're not watching this, what is wrong with you? Why'd you check out a spoiler review? Go binge it. It's worth it. Also, make sure to like and subscribe. If you have seen it or you just want to leave your thoughts, make sure to leave a comment down below. It helps out the channel. Check out the Ko-Fi if you can. And be on you're swiping along the ticker. That's nice. Very nice. Check out the Ko-Fi if you can, and be on the lookout. We'll have more reviews coming for you real soon. So until then, from Froggy and myself, bye!
We'll see you when we do.